What's up, you guys? This is Young2 back with another video. In this video today, I'm going to be discussing Ben Simmons and his wasted potential. And yeah, man, the truth about Ben Simmons. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball videos every week. Let's get into it. So y'all remember this right here?
First one?
Yeah. Hey Google, how many three-pointers has Ben Simmons attempted in his entire NBA career?
Bruh.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
I think Stephen A. Smith definitely reminded me on how just blasphemous that whole video clip was. Yes, Ben Simmons is one of the most interesting players, I believe, in this recent decade of basketball. In these recent years, he's been in the league now. He's 24 years old now, and we still haven't really seen any true development within his offensive game. We all know the potential of Ben Simmons on the defensive end. I mean, he was top voting this season for Defensive Player of the Year. His perimeter defense, his all-around defense, his ability to guard multiple defenders at multiple positions and guard your best player at a high level, including guards that are like half of his size. His ability to do those things on an extremely high level makes him very effective on that end of the basketball court. Also, we know his amazing playmaking ability. The guy, he can dribble extremely well. He can pass really well. He's good at all of these other things, but it's always that but with him. But how come he doesn't have that good offensive game? How come he doesn't have that dominant style of play in his game? Not only that, but I mean, his free throws as well. He's shooting the second worst free throw percentage in the recent playoff history. Number one on that list, it's Ben Wallace. But just right below him is Ben Simmons, who shot 32.8% this year from the free throw line in the playoffs. But I'm not done yet with Ben Simmons and talking really bad about him. Not only that, but just the other night when the Philadelphia 76ers had their collapse against the Atlanta Hawks in Game 5, the only two guys in the second half to even score and attempt field goals were Seth Curry and Joel Embiid. And as a matter of fact, in Game 5 anyway, Ben Simmons didn't contribute much to the team. You know, if he would have made most of his free throws in that game, the Sixers would have came out victorious if Ben Simmons could just make his free throws. But the two guys who looked like the best players on the court for the 76ers yesterday was Seth Curry and Joel Embiid. Seth Curry had over 30 points and Joel Embiid had over 30 points. And Joel Embiid has a torn meniscus, but he's still out here playing at a very high level for the 76ers team. In this series alone against the Atlanta Hawks, Ben Simmons is averaging 11.6 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.4 rebounds a night. Ben Simmons, though, the number one problem that many of us have been talking about Ben Simmons for years now, and it's pretty disappointing now that it's been multiple seasons and we still haven't truly seen any development on his offensive game, but his lack of creating any type of shot, his lack of not having a three-point shot. He has attempted like one or two three-pointers in the regular season. He even made one of them, which was really good. But other than that, we have not seen much from Ben Simmons. I mean, his game is pretty much the same. As I've said before, we know his potential on the defensive end. He is a man amongst men on the defensive end of the basketball court. But on the offensive end, I feel like because of Ben Simmons' lack of development, he is the reason why the 76ers aren't at the place they should be. Because right now, he's 24 years old. Right now, if he really truly developed his game during that time span, the 76ers can go to the NBA Finals and beat almost any team. But because of Ben Simmons not having an offensive game at all, his only ability he can do is just attack the rim, and he can hit certain mid-range shots, if that. Seen on these old videos on YouTube of him making open court shots from three, but obviously it's totally different when you're in an actual game, and he hasn't really lived up to that expectation of practicing the way he plays. He has all the potential in the world to be the best player. I mean, just years ago when he first came into the NBA, We were comparing him to LeBron James and how good of a player he can be like LeBron one day. But looking at Ben Simmons, he's nothing near LeBron James' level, especially on the offensive end of the basketball court. LeBron is just killing Ben Simmons on that area. Ben Simmons has basically gradually stayed the same for his entire NBA career on the offensive end. And if you look at his points per game, throughout his NBA career, they have gradually gone up at times and gone down. It's not really consistent play from Ben Simmons. So I feel like personally, the moves they made while acquiring guys like Tobias Harris on the roster and getting, Seth Curry, and they have Shake Milton, they have Tyrese Maxey, who has a lot of great potential as well. They have Furkan Korkmaz, who's a really good shooter as well. They have George Hill. They have Dwight Howard. And Matisse Thybulle, who's also another really good defender for this team as well. And they have a lot of great talent on this team. And I feel like the guys who they do have on this roster, this team is really built around Joel Embiid, but also as well Ben Simmons, and really having Ben Simmons really create opportunities for his other teammates on the basketball court. To be honest, the truth about Ben Simmons, in my opinion, I think he's overrated in my opinion. He's a great player. I'm going to give him the credit where credit's due. He does a lot of things at a high level. In his offensive game, yes, he still can have time to develop that over time. But looking at him right now, in my opinion, I think he's just a great utility player. And what I mean by a utility player on your team, he's just a guy who can do everything at a pretty high level, but he's just still parts of his game that is just not there yet. It's more so of a great contributor for his team. You look at a guy like Joel Embiid, he's going on getting 30, 40 points almost every night, showing why he's one of the most dominant players in the league. But you have a guy like Ben Simmons who's doing all the other things. He's defending, he's rebounding, he's facilitating for the offense. He's doing all the other things on the basketball court for his team. But if he just had that one more ability to score, to actually just take over games and be that guy for the 76ers, if he can just create some type of game, because it's like he's just not dedicated like other guys to go out and actually improve his game. He has so much potential. It's just crazy to see a guy just waste his talent. There isn't really any more excuses for him at this point on. He's almost about to be in his prime. We should be seeing the best year of his career right now. We should be seeing the 76ers in the Eastern Conference Finals. This should not be happening against this Atlanta Hawks team. And I give credit. The Hawks are a really, really good team. But where Ben Simmons should be today in terms of an offensive player and his true development as a player, if he really did take that time, the 76ers should be in the NBA Finals. But they're just going to go down in history as just another what-if team because of the lack of development from Ben Simmons. He may not be a player who will ever have that three-point shot, or a guy who will be able to just dominate and look for shots and opportunities to score. He may, as I said before, just be another great supporting cast player, a high-level supporting cast player on your team who can do everything else really good. But if he just had that one more piece, this guy can be in the conversations as one of the all-time greats one day. But he's holding his own self back. And I know I'm ranting right now, but it's because of this guy. He just had so much potential. But I hope you guys enjoyed this brief video on Ben Simmons. And hopefully the 76ers can get everything back together. They still have another game in this series that they can hopefully win, but it will be in Atlanta and it will be tough. But we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every week. Have a good day. Peace.